Hi guys, welcome to Let's Get Running. I'm Tony James and today we're going to look at the Reebok Floatride Energy Symmetros shoe. As always, if this is your first visit here, thank you very much indeed for spending the time with me. As always, if you could hit the subscribe button below, that's the orange one. Turn on your bell notifications, and if you give this video a thumbs up as well, that will really help the channel grow. So thank you very much indeed for doing that. So yeah, we're looking at the Reebok Symmetros shoe with its Floatride Energy midsole. Thank you to everybody on the YouTube channel who have been saying to me over the last couple of months, give Reebok some love, have a look at Reebok, have a look at Reebok, have a look at Reebok. So we've done it, we've gone ahead, we've bought the Reebok Symmetros shoe, and I'm going to run through it with you now and tell you what I think about this. So first of all, some stats about this. It's on the Reebok website. It is normally £100, but at the moment it is reduced to £70, which, to be honest, I think is a bargain. So currently £70. Keep an eye out for it. I think, as I say, I think that's a bargain price for it. To be honest, what I think is a brilliant shoe. I'll tell you more about that in a moment. But first of all, a quick look at the stats. As I say, £70 in the shops at the moment. This weighs 295 grams in a UK size 10, that's a USA 11, or 44-45 in the Euro sizings. So probably mid weight range for a runner. So 295 grams or 10.4 ounces. So yeah, not a bad weight at all. The all important drop is heel to toe is 9mm. We've got 27mm stack height in the rear and 17 in the toe, giving us that 9mm drop. And to be honest, I don't really understand this drop in a running shoe, because no matter what shoe I put on, I can't feel a drop. I never feel it. I don't know if that's just me or what it is, but I can never feel that heel toe drop in a shoe. So for me, it doesn't mean anything, that's 9mm drop, but it could for you. If it is important, 9mm drop heel to toe. So let's have a look at the upper. Very breathable, some mesh construction. They haven't given it any silly names or anything like that. It's just a designed mesh upper. Very breathable. You can see through it in certain angles. Quite nice in this striking dynamic blue configuration with the green on the heel. So yeah, it's just a normal mesh material. If you look closely, you can see the grooves and what have you in it. The holes in it and what have you. So yeah, very breathable upper, very light, fits nice on the foot, plenty of room in the toe box on my size 10. So yeah, I can get my toes in there, not too tight, not crumpled, you can still room to wiggle them about, but again, the toes don't slip, so it's probably just right for a normal foot. Now, size wise, the question we always get asked is it true to size? For me, the size 10 fits spot on. Like Adidas, Reebok are saying normally go half a size up, but for me, size wise, true to size, it's spot on. Lacing configuration, as you can see there, you've got the extra eyelet at the top if you need to do the runner's knot. I just have it laced as it comes, no problems at all. Have a normal great feel with the lockdown. It's holding on to my foot nicely, not too tight. I always double knot anyway, so yep, it's held on there. Never had a problem in the runs I've done with this, and never had to stop to tie up the laces, so that's good news. As I say, extra eyelet if you want to put that runner's knot in there. Now the heel counter is moulded plastic on the back there on the green bit, and then it's just bits of plastic around either side of the heel as well. Fits perfect, no slippage, no movements when I've been out running in this. And padding wise, there is some adequate padding to the heel, and the tongue is minimal padding in the tongue as well, but it's just right. Now, this was going to be an initial review. I got this shoe, I was going to record the initial review after doing a couple of runs, and then time got in the way and I've ended up running 3 full marathons. So it's not really an initial review anymore, because I've actually done 60 miles in these. Now that should tell you something. I've done 60 miles in this shoe already in about 3 weeks. I like this shoe, it feels great. The upper on the foot feels fantastic. No problems, no slippage, no cramping, no rubbing, no blisters. It feels great. The mid-strike, the midsole is the Floatride Energy midsole, and when I first put these on and went out and did my first 5k, I have never worn a shoe that has felt so cushioned as this Reebok Symmetros. Yeah, I'm going to say I haven't. I love my SL20s. I love my RC2s. I love wearing the Pegasus Turbo 2s, and all the other shoes. I really do like wearing them. I've never, but this has been the softest landing I've ever had in a running shoe. It is so soft. It is like running on marshmallows. Every time the foot hits the floor, you're just sinking, and it just takes that impact away. It feels brilliant on landing. Now, it's a mid-price shoe. It's not a high-end shoe. It's not a cheapy shoe. It's a mid-range shoe, and it just feels so plush when you land. I think that's the best way. It's just plush when you land. There's no firmness in it. There's no kick when you push off. There's nothing that you just. It's just a nice soft landing. And when I did my first couple of runs in these, I thought this shoe feels like you can go for miles and miles. It feels like it will eat those miles up. I felt that way about it, so I ran a marathon in it. Yeah, that's right. I've done a full marathon in this shoe a couple of weeks ago, the Amsterdam Virtual Marathon. You can watch the video. I'll put the link up there somewhere. I actually ran it in this shoe, and I ran it in 3 hours 53 minutes. So yes, this shoe is a mile eater. It's perfect. It's perfect for eating up those miles. As a daily trainer, if you're doing a 5k, 10k around town, brilliant. If you're doing some track work from your speed work, it's brilliant for that. And if you're going for a long Sunday run, it works as well. And as I say, I've done a full marathon distance in this. After the marathon, did my legs feel beat up because there's no carbon plates or what have you? I felt fatigued because I'd done 3 marathons in 14 days. But was any of that fatigue down to wearing this shoe that didn't have a carbon plate? I don't know, but I don't think it did. I just think I was tired after doing 3 marathons. A couple of days, and then the aches and pains were gone, the DOMs were gone. So yeah, as I say, I thought this shoe would eat up the miles, and having done 26.2, it can. So I think it's a good, all versatile, everyday training shoe that if you want to run long distance and run a marathon in it, you can do. If you just want to do it for your daily training, brilliant. It is so plush when you land on this shoe. I'm going to say I'm liking the Floatride Energy more than the Adidas Light Strike. And you know how much I like that Light Strike. So yeah, I've been impressed with this shoe. Very impressed indeed. Right, let's have a look at the outsole. As I say, there are no carbon plates involved in this mid-range running shoe, but carbon is involved. Carbon infused rubber on the outsole. So there you go, have a look at that. Done 60 miles in it. There's a little bit of grime in there, a little bit of the old road grime and stones and what have you stuck in there. But as you can see, 60 miles in, and there's no signs of any wear at all anywhere along that outsole. So yeah, it's carbonized rubber outsole, and Reebok themselves say it is designed for great traction. Worn it in the dry, worn it in the wet. No issues whatsoever with any slippage. Even doing on light trails, it's been okay. Running across wet grass, obviously in a normal road shoe, every time you run across wet grass you do get a little bit of slipping. So we've had it in that instance, but try and stay off the grass. Everywhere else it seems to be great. So the Reebok Symmetros. So there you go, that's the little roundup of the stats and how it feels on, and the various components on it. This shoe, brilliant. I've run a marathon in it. That says it all. If I can do the 26.2 in this shoe, it must be a comfortable shoe. So yeah, thank you to everybody who said give Reebok some love. It's not a brand that you really think about when you're looking at running shoes. This is what I used to wear in the 80s and 90s when I was younger. I always used to have the Reebok shoes because they were made in a factory just over there in Morecambe. But obviously that's gone, by the way, and they're now all built in the Far East, as every other running shoe seems to be. But this is brilliant. It's a really comfortable shoe. When you land on it, it's so cushioned. It's just a nice feel when you're running in this shoe, so I can highly recommend it. What would I give this out of 5? I'd probably say I'd give it that at least that 4.7. I think 4.7 out of 5 I'd give this. Did I miss the carbon plate running the marathon? Yeah, you can definitely feel there's no carbon plate in there when you're running the long distances, but it still felt good. And at £70, you can't go wrong with it. I highly recommend it. It's the Reebok Floatride Energy Symmetros. £70 on the Reebok site as of the time of this video. Check it out. It's a winner. I definitely give it a thumbs up. It's a really good shoe. So there you go, that's my initial thoughts after 60 miles. Have you used Reeboks in your running arsenal? Do you have a pair of the Symmetros? Would you recommend another type of Reebok shoe? Let me know in the comments below as always. So once again, thank you very much indeed for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notifications to turn it on, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as well. So that's it from me for now. Till next time, let's get running.